What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Combat Corner, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. I am your host, Rudy Rodriguez Show. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, leave your comments. Folks, we got a big week in store for the BKFC. We have got KnuckleMania VI in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. God, I wish I could be there, but I will be doing a watch party from my couch right behind me. As you all know, if you're into BKFC and like to see blood and guts and gore and two dudes just going at it, jump on board with the live session with me. We'll be talking about the fights, watching the fights together, and having a great time. Before we jump in, I want to give a shout out to the sponsors of this show: Natalie Lopez, attorney at law. When life hits hard, the law firm of Natalie Lopez hits back harder, practicing in the areas of criminal defense and family law. Natalie can be reached at 954-888-8833 and on Instagram at nat.guilty. And you can also make sure you follow her on Instagram. So appreciate your support, Natalie. And then, of course, shout out to another sponsor of the show, Ralph Sanchez Law, practicing in the areas of personal injury law, slip and fall, motor vehicle accidents, wrongful death, trucking accident, any type of injury case that you have. Call Ralph and his team at 305-574-9302. And you can follow him on Instagram at Ralph Sanchez Law. Folks, I'm stoked, man, because I got one of the fighters that's on the card this Saturday night in Philadelphia. And I guess I have an affinity as well because I love the nickname. He seems like a hairy dude like me. I'm hairy as hell everywhere but my head. I got with me the one and only Lex, the Grizzly Bear Ludlow. And Lex, I don't know if you saw my graphic. I think you did. I had you looking like a bear on my Combat Corner Instagram page. What's going on, my friend? How are you?
I'm pretty good, man. I just started my weight cut today, and we're gonna be miserable the next couple of days, but it'll be all right, right? We'll be okay.
Weight cut. What do you need to come in at?
205.
Oh, you're fighting at 205. Okay. Gotcha. I didn't know if you were fighting at heavyweight or 205. Okay, so
This is gonna be a 205, brother.
where are you at right now? How much you got to get done?
I just weighed 212, so I drink a gallon, 2 gallons a day, so I gotta get my weight. I like to get my weight a little high. I'm cutting salt and carbs today,
Mm-hmm.
so probably get up to like 220 in water, and
Mm-hmm.
then Thursday I'll fast that whole day and flush all that out of me.
How you feeling, man? You're fighting at home, man. This is your third time fighting. Was this second?
This is
Third
my
time
third
fighting at
fight.
home.
Yeah.
You fought last year twice in Philly. You're back in Philly. How does it feel? You were in the 2300 arena. This is the big one now. This is the Xfinity Mobile Arena where
Yes,
the
sir.
Sixers play. I mean, 20,000 people in the building. What is that like for you, being a guy from Philadelphia?
I mean, I used to go there and watch Monday Night Raw all the time and Friday Night SmackDown. So I was always in the seats and I went there and took my son there for like a Jurassic World like show. Like it's kind of weird, like Jurassic World on ice, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I was pretty close and I remember that was in 2022 and I said to myself, I said, I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna be fighting in here one day. And I manifested it, and now I'm fighting there. So it's gonna be a crazy experience, brother. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna let it get to me until after the fight. That's when I'm gonna let it all sink in.
You're fighting Zach Calmus.
The homeless
Uh,
bum.
Talk about that fight, man, and what you see in his game and the things that you're gonna do in this fight and how you can exploit them. Obviously, you can tell a little bit, but you don't gotta tell your whole game plan, obviously.
I just think that Zach is been through the ringer. He's got 9 fights, nine brutal fights. You know, the one thing I'm starting to get annoyed about with this guy is everybody keeps talking about how tough he is, right? But that's all he is. He's just tough. He's not a good fighter. He's just tough. And toughness only gets you so far. So we're going to see exactly how tough Zach Calmus is when he walks into the buzzsaw and gets mauled by the grizzly bear. You understand what I'm saying?
When people talk about guys being really tough, doesn't that just mean they get hit a whole lot?
Yeah, exactly. Like he's got horrible defense. I don't want to say too much because I don't want him to know what I know. But in my opinion, he's got horrible defense and he's got horrible offense, and I'm very hard to hit.
Mhm.
My second fight, I didn't get hit at all. And my first fight in the open, I only got hit 7 times in, 5 rounds. I got hit a little bit in the clinch, but if you rewatch that fight, I've only got hit like maybe 10 times at most off the top of my head.
Mhm.
I have so many people DMing me right now. I put it on Do Not Disturb and it's still going through. I literally just got one that said the fat fuck is going to sleep, known as Zach Calmus. A lot of people want to watch this guy get put out, and you know, uh, he's definitely going to get put out. He's going to get put unconscious.
When they called you for KnuckleMania, what went through your mind? Because I mean, KnuckleMania is the epitome of
I
bare
actually have
knuckle.
a video of it, and I was crying when they called me. So
Really?
yeah, there is a video of it. I will never post it. But I cried my eyes out when my manager called me.
That's awesome because I mean, BKFC is based in Philly, so I mean, it's hometown for them and hometown for you, and to get to represent your home is I think that's pretty damn dope. What brought you to BKFC? I mean, you have an MMA background. You just jumped into BKFC in the last year. You go 2-0 last year. You've had some pretty epic call outs. You've had Chris Camozzi call out. You had the Fedor Emelianenko call out. Um, Still working on calling out that Russian piece of shit, as you like to refer to him. I mean, is that still something that you'd love to do at some point?
Yeah, I mean, I always wanted to throw some shade at that Russian piece of shit, Fedor Emelianenko. And of course that bitch Chris Camozzi. That's what I call Chris Camozzi. He's Chris Bitch Mosey, whatever you want to call him. But I call him the bitch Chris Camozzi. And I mean, I like to throw the shade at those guys because I realistically I think I'm the money fight now in BKFC. Mike Perry's got some tax problems. Sounds like he's not fighting. So I like to refer to myself as the face now of BKFC, or at least potentially the face of BKFC. I think I'm the best talker. I think I do the best on the mic. I think I do the best post-fight interviews, and I don't think anybody can come close to me.
Did you ever? Did you? I mean, you mentioned going to watch wrestling matches with your son. Did you grow up watching WWE and mic work and promo work, and is that stuff that you maybe when you were younger you looked in the mirror and cut promos on
A
yourself
hundred
or whatever?
percent, 100%, dude. I started doing that when I was 8 years old. I lived in a little tiny duplex, and
Hmm.
I would go into the bathroom and I'd lock the door and I would stand on the toilet and I would cut promos in front of the mirror on the thing, and I'd pretend there was 20,000 people around me. I did that all the way until I was 18 years old.
Wow.
um, I always wanted to be in the WWE.
Hmm.
I always wanted to chase that, but I kind of got introduced to MMA, and I fell in love with MMA, and I kind of stuck with that. And then Nate Shook called me and asked me if I'd like to be a part of the company, and that's how that all started. I didn't even have to do a tryout. Most of these guys have to do a tryout,
Hmm.
and to get called and recognized like that is pretty cool. And I really grateful for Nate and really grateful for Dave and the rest of the BKFC staff. Sorry
I
if you hear
mean,
my daughter. She's playing with
oh,
her
no
toys.
problem, no problem, man. When you, I don't know if you watched this past weekend's UFC fight card with Volkanovski and Lopez.
Fell
Um,
asleep.
that's where I was going. Going from MMA to bare knuckle. I mean, there's huge differences. I mean,
Right.
with the excitement, the action. I find myself. I mean, I'm almost 50, and I grew up watching the UFC, and now I find myself completely drawn into bare knuckle. Been watching bare knuckle for a few years now, and just watching, there's no way to hide in bare knuckle. Whereas
No.
in, MMA, you can take someone down and basically lay in their guard for 4 minutes and the referee won't even stand it up a lot of times. Was that a draw to you for bare knuckle? Is that
I was
I got
terrified.
speak on that then. Let me know your thoughts. You're
I
terrified
was
of
when I first
terrified of what specifically?
well because I never stood and traded in a fight. I always
Hmm.
wrestled.
Hmm.
So
Wow.
I
Okay.
I was like, oh, I'm forced to do this. You know what I mean?
Oh wow.
So it actually made me really a lot better on my feet. It made me a lot more confident.
Hmm.
I mean, one day I'm gonna make that transition back to MMA. Like, I'm gonna fight again in MMA. But I feel like it just built my confidence for it. I think that I was terrified because I was like, damn, like, Like I can't wrestle these guys. I can't take them down. Like I even said it. So we do like fighter meetings
Yeah,
before we fight, like with Chris Lytle and Sean Wheelock. And
yeah.
I remember saying in the fighter meeting, I was like, I don't know how this is going to go. I can't wrestle. And then like Sean Wheelock was like, well, you can wrestle. And I was like,
Mm.
well, no, you can't. Like I can't. Like I cannot manhandle this guy to the ground and just do what I want with him. Like I'll be honest. Like if me and Zach were fighting in MMA, this fight would last like a minute tops. Like that's how bad he is. But I I still train MMA. I actually train MMA for my fight camps for
Mhm.
BKFC. I just don't throw kicks. So I wrestled today. I do a lot of
Yeah.
wrestling. I do a lot of jujitsu and I do a lot of grappling and I do a heavy pad work. Do a lot of pad work.
Do you get bored watching guys wrestling MMA rather than throwing hands? You said you fell
Uh
asleep. 'Cause, I mean, sometimes that's what
it's just
happens.
because it's the pacing of the fight.
Okay.
So like if you watch, I watched Dirty Boxing on Friday
Yeah,
night,
yeah.
right? And I thought it'd be a lot like high pace like BKFC, but it wasn't because you're getting a lot of these MMA guys that you know, rather than just go, they're trying to set too many traps up and they're trying to like set up all these like feints and which is smart and which is the right way to go about it. But I feel like um I feel like MMA has just gotten so technical and that it's like kind of boring now. You know what I mean? Like I love that era from like 2007 to like 2000. And I would say I started losing interest like 2019, 2020. Like once the stars started to fade out, it was like dude, this is kind of getting horrible. You know what I mean? Like all the press conferences feel forced. Like the shit talking feels forced. Um, there's nobody relatable because they're starting to get money now. They're not NBA got money, but or NFL money, but a lot of them are starting to become privileged, and they're all wearing nice clothes. They got nice watches on, and I get it, dude. Like that's the dream, and good for them. But like I feel like BKFC, it's like two dudes at ShopRite, whatever, fighting in it, fighting over who gets the last pound of turkey meat. You know what I mean? So I I like it that it's relatable. You know what I mean? Like me, dude, I don't have tons of money or anything like that. I got 4 kids. I got a house. I worked for a long time. I quit my job about 3 years ago to do this full time.
Mhm.
But like my life's a lot pretty relatable compared to all these other guys. Like John Jones, he owns like 3 houses, dude.
No, yeah, no, it definitely is something because I mean, you look like an everyday guy. You're not 6'4" and 260 and yoked. I mean, you look like the regular guy, but the regular guy kicks the shit out of people. Which I mean, I don't know if at times people like you see some of the guys in the BKFC that maybe folks underestimate them and what they think they can do just by looking at them. Like if you're a white dude playing basketball, you probably can't play basketball, but there's plenty of white dudes that can play basketball.
Right,
Or a white guy playing cornerback in football. Like there's like what like two in the NFL. So
right,
the the dynamic of BKFC that drew me in so much is that you have guys that are standing right in front of each other and no one's backing down. And the fight can last 3 seconds, so the fight can last 5 minutes, 5 rounds. But I think I've seen two boring BKFC fights in my entire life,
right.
like two, like that I just sat there and was like, yo, that was awful.
I'm a
And
newer
every
fan. I'm a newer
mhm,
fan. So my first time ever watching it was
mhm.
in the back for my first fight
Really? Oh
on the
wow,
tiny TV. So I was the
that's
sixth
wild.
fight. I was a sixth fight, and I watched 5 dudes get knocked out in under a minute, and I was like, "Holy shit, that's about to be me."
Were you What was the nerves like? What were the nerves like walking to the ring that first fight?
At that point, when I walk out, I already accepted all possibilities. I've accepted
Mhm,
that I can lose my eyes, I can die, you know what I mean? Like,
mhm.
so I kind of get comfortable with that feeling. But in the back, I was a little nervous. But once I make the walk, I kind of make that I become comfortable with the fact that something bad can happen to me.
So where the name Grizzly Bear, did that come from being hairy, or is that something else that you got that you have? Because I'm a hairy guy, so people call me a
Right.
Sasquatch.
So I fought almost a year ago. I did my last MMA fight in West Virginia,
Hmm.
and the commentary they just kept calling me. They were like, "This guy looks like we just let him out of a cage. He looks like a grizzly bear. He looks like the bear from the Revenant. He's mauling this guy. And I was like, holy
Wow.
shit. I was like, that's not too bad. You know what I mean? So like I call myself the most hated man in combat sports, Lex the Grizzly Bear Ludlow. The most hated man in combat sports is my brand, and my
Mhm.
nickname is the Grizzly Bear. But that's where that came from, my fight in West Virginia.
The brand is hard to stick because you seem very liked, man.
Yeah, a lot of
We're
people
we're
do like
we're
me, dude.
we're working on the hated part, but I mean, I don't know. You have to I don't know, do some messed up stuff to get hated. I mean, because
Well, I talk a lot of shit, you know what I mean? But that's kind of, I'm supposed to be a heel, but I'm like the anti-heel. I'm like a face. You know what I mean? So I'm a heel, but everybody loves me. It's really annoying. You know what I mean?
no,
But
it's what WWE's become when you have a bunch of the anti heels who are really just their faces. I mean, heck, you
yeah.
could you even take John Cena's heel turn seriously last year?
Uh
You couldn't even
I
take it
mean, it was
serious
just it was overdue. Like they should have did that.
a
They should
long
have did
time
that
ago.
years ago. Yeah, Vince should have did that because Vince would have did it. But in my opinion, dude, Triple H isn't doing that great of a job. I think
Oh,
we
I
got to
agree.
bring Vince back in.
I agree. I agree. That it's been hard to watch, man. How many people are you gonna have in the stands, man, for this fight? Um,
380 plus.
really? Wow, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. There's what makes Philadelphia this fighters area. I mean, you're 30 minutes outside, but what makes Philadelphia this fighters town? I mean, obviously, city, Rocky. I know that's fake and all, but it's a movie. But it's a fighter city. I mean, from the Philadelphia Flyers and the Broad
Right,
Street Bullies to the way your football fans treat outsiders.
right,
I mean, it's a rough racket. I mean, hell, you guys made Ben Simmons quit basketball pretty much, and he was on your team. What
right.
makes Philadelphia that type of city?
Like if you come here, dude, like it's
Mm,
really weird. Personally, I'm not a fan of the city. I don't watch football or anything like that. Um, Everybody's rude. Everybody's mean to each other. Nobody likes anybody. Like it's always like you're a dickhead or like go after yourself or yeah, what I mean, like they don't hold the door for you. Well, that's not always true, but um, it's a rough city to live in. You know what I mean?
mhm.
No matter what part, you got to have thick skin to live here, for sure. But I don't ever get into any altercations or anything. I kind of mind my own business, but you know, but I hold the door for somebody. I guess I am the most nice. I guess I am the nicest guy in combat sports if you really want to talk about it. But I mean, I'm trying to be the most hated man, but it's just not playing out. I don't think.
What do you think of you've been now with the BKFC for a year. What do you think of the Conor McGregor component to it and the fact that you like to be on the mic and obviously he was a master of the mic. I mean, he kind of changed he made the UFC mainstream and there are guys that are trying to copy it, but they're failing miserably at trying to. It has to be natural, and you could tell when people are not natural on it. You seem very natural on it, whereas others seem very forced, and it's not their personality. And what he's done for the BKFC, at least in your time with the BKFC.
I think he's done a tremendous job. I mean, he is my boss. But I think he's done a tremendous job. I think that he brings a lot of eyes to the company. I think that was very smart on Dave, having him to be an investor. He's gonna be there apparently. You know what I mean? So once he sees how I am, and I am in the press conference. I just found out yesterday that
Okay.
they put me in the press conference. So, and I think he's going to be there. So, uh, he's going to see my work on the mic for sure. But then, the press conference, I don't really do my best because the best is right after the fight. I got the adrenaline going, I just got punched in the face a couple times, maybe. I don't think Zach's going to hit me, but hopefully he does. Um, but I think I will tell you this. This is going to be the best post-fight interview of all time if it goes the way I want it to go. Like
I,
better than I'm going to try to top my my idol Chael Sonnen. And Connor never really did great post-fight post-fight interviews. He was always a press conference guy.
Yeah.
You know what I
Okay.
mean? So
Yeah.
I'll never touch that. Like I'll never be good there. But like as good as him. I can be okay there, but I'm very quick off the top of my head. But he gets like real personal and stuff. I don't want to, I don't want to get too personal. I like to keep it the locker room talk. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
If I was 21 and I didn't have a family and stuff, yeah, I would get pretty personal, but I got kids, I got a wife, so I don't want them to be talked about. So I try to keep it, locker room talk. But this post fight interview is gonna be. I already have it. I don't write them down, but everything's actually off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But I have it planned out in my head, and if it goes the way I want it to go, you'll see why I'm the most hated man in combat sports.
I love the Chael Sonnen reference because I loved Chael Sonnen. When he
Yeah,
was in the UFC and Anderson Silva, you absolutely suck. I mean,
that
his
was
his
actually a good impersonation.
I love Chael Sonnen. Like I remember where I was when he destroyed Anderson Silva for 24 minutes and 10 seconds and won the middleweight championship of the world.
I was there too. I remember where I was too. I
I
actually
was
wrote a Facebook status because
uh-huh.
it was about to go into the fifth round. I typed out a Facebook status and I wrote and new middleweight champion of the world, Chael Sonnen, and then 24 seconds later he got fucking choked out.
I mean, yeah, it was.
I jinxed him. It was
I was
me. I caused that.
I was too because I was sitting at a bar with my ex-wife, and when he got caught, and you always knew he had that propensity to get caught in the triangle. He seemed to always get caught in one of those triangles, and it was like, just don't get caught in the triangle. And he comes up and he gets himself caught in the triangle. And you're like,
I don't know about you, but where
no.
I don't know about you, but where I come from, if you wrap your legs around another man's head, you're not the winner. I don't know what you would call that, but you're definitely not a winner. Chael Sonnen quote.
Still signing, I know. Because I mean, I was still waiting for him to smack Anderson Silva's wife on the ass. I mean, that was what I was always waiting for.
Yeah, I'm sure he did.
That because that was
Medium rare, just the way I like it.
no, he was fantastic, and he definitely mastered that. And his on the mic skills in press con in post fight were just amazing. I mean, I can't wait to see what you're gonna do because that's gonna be some crazy shit.
I
Um,
just need 3 minutes.
when is the press conference? Is it tomorrow?
Thursday at 2
Thursday.
p.m.
Okay, that'll be live.
That's
I
like the
mean,
busiest. That's like the busiest day of my life. I got to train in the morning, then I got to go to the press conference, then I got to go to my fighter meeting with Lytle and Wheelock, and then
mhm.
I got to go train again after that.
Are you staying in a hotel? Are you staying in a hotel in Philly? The
Yeah,
fighter hotel. You staying at home?
stay at home.
Shoot, so you're just gonna drive to the fight?
Yeah, I'm just gonna drive. Yeah, I usually just meet the
Uh huh.
Dawkins brothers at the gym, and the Dawkins
Hmm.
brothers they drive me, and then my wife, and then I'll leave with my wife.
What do you have a post fight party planned?
Uh, I'd like to, but I mean, I just like to. I'm a low key guy, dude. I know I got all these people coming, but I'll probably just end up hanging out with my wife. We got a hotel that night, so we're probably gonna. I'll probably hang out with everybody at the fight. Maybe I'll go out, like if it's close by, with some people. But I kind of want to go to either a bar or like a diner and get some
Hmm.
food with her, and then go back to the hotel room.
What do you think of you have other Philly guys up in this fight card. You got Johnny Cannoli in this fight card. What do you think of him wasting cannolis on people's faces and chests?
Uh,
I find it to be a massive waste of cannoli. I mean, I love cannolis. Like he just smashed one on Brian Socha's chest on the steps yesterday or something like that, or Sunday, and that thing was
I
like this
saw that.
damn big. I was like, that sounds like such a waste of a cannoli.
Yeah, like might as well eat it, right? But he's got to make weight. Just why don't you just feed it to people? He could feed the homeless. He could feed Zach Calmus with them cannolis.
So why do you call this guy the homeless guy?
Look at him. Are you gonna tell me that looks like a? Are you gonna tell me that looks like a domesticated man?
Where's he from?
Boston
Well,
ish.
okay, I'm a Miami guy, so I hate and I'm a Yankee. I grew up a Yankees fan, so I absolutely despise Boston.
Yeah,
Um, I was a Larry Bird guy growing up, because he was a white dude who could shoot, and that's who any I wanted. I was a shooter, but other than that, the Red Sox can go burn in hell. But the rest of the week, this is this the busiest fight week you've ever had? Because of the magnitude of the event.
Yeah, I mean, but that's all right, dude. I mean, I was born for this shit. You know what I mean? And I know that this is what I was intended for. So, I plan to have, after this fight, I plan to have even a busier week because, I'm definitely gonna get a bigger fight after this. I think if you look on BKFC's website, they got that fifth spot at cruiserweight not ranked. I'll give you some time. I'll give you some time.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So
It's not ranked. There's no
you're
one
gonna.
there. I
Mhm,
think I will be there after this fight because I'll be 3-0 with two finishes.
mhm.
Um, and then I think we should fight Chris Camozzi.
So is that part of Saturday's work post fight? I mean, I guess that's what we're gonna find out.
You'll find out. Yeah, for sure.
Are there other guys in the cruiserweight division that you're? I mean, can you fight heavyweight as well?
Yeah, I could do both, but I mean, I want to do 205 right now because, I mean, I stood next to Ben Rothwell, bro. I can't. I don't even think I could punch that dude in the face. He's so fucking tall.
He's as
I think that'd be like fighting King Hippo, dude. I would have to get all belly shots.
he's what 6'7". I mean, the guy's
Yeah.
absolutely he's a mountain.
I
He's
told him,
massive.
I said, holy shit, you're tall. And he was like, well, everybody says that, but when I'm standing next to Shaq, I don't feel so tall. And I was like, nah, dude, you're tall. Like you're big as shit. Like you scare me. Stay away from me.
He's just not just tall, but he's so wide. So it's
Yeah,
like
and he's not fat.
no,
He is not. I mean, he's got fat on him, but we all do. But I mean, like he is very well built. Like
he's
he seems like he would eat me. Like he would rip my head off and suck the cartilage out of my bones.
Yo, so are there other fighters on the cruiserweight division that you'd love to face off with? Obviously Chris Camozzi is one of them.
Yeah, Alessia Sakara.
Okay.
Everybody's favorite uncle from Florida, Alessia Sakara.
What'd you think of that fight with him and Camozzi?
I thought Kamosi won, but I mean, again, I fell
I I
asleep.
I did
Boring
too.
fight. You fell asleep.
No, I thought he won, and I did think that was one of the more boring fights. That
Yeah,
was
I
one,
mean,
that was one
well,
of the two boring fights.
when you have Chris Camozzi in a fight, you got to talk about you got to talk about how boring he is. When you talk about Chris Camozzi, you got to talk about how boring he is as a fighter.
I can't comment on that other than I thought that fight was kind of boring.
You're not the first one to say this, but I'm the first one to say this. But now that
Mhm.
I said this, everybody is kind of starting to agree with me because I speak facts. Yeah, it's a promo, but it's facts. I also said he was a transitional champion and he lost his belt in the next fight. And then you want to know something? Not only did he lose his belt that fight, he also lost his teeth. So
Oh.
the belt wasn't the only thing he lost in that fight, and
What
his
do you what do
pride as well.
what do you think of this fight between I mean, you're on the card. I mean, this card is loaded.
Right.
This card is absolutely ridiculous. It's one of the best cards I've seen the BKFC put out. You have this last minute fight with Dave Mundell jumping in to face Lorenzo Hunt in
He's
the
a fan of
co-main
mine,
event.
dude. He said before he was fighting, Mondell said he was looking forward to my fight.
I mean, what do
He's
you
a
think of that?
fan, dude. And
What
I'm
do
a
you
fan
think?
of David Mondell. I'm a
What do
fan
you
of David Mondell.
what do you think
I
of
want
that
David
fight?
Mondell. I would like David Mondell to win.
What do you think of the fight?
I mean, it's a crazy fight, but I mean, he's giving up so much weight though, dude.
And Lorenzo
Like,
Hunt, I mean, I know his goal was to fight it because to go back and win the 205 belt. So that's the fight that you could cross paths with at some point. What are your
not
thoughts
interested.
about? No, really, no.
Not interested in Lorenzo Hunt.
Okay.
They come to me. I don't come to them.
Huh? All right.
Listen, I've laid it out there, dude. Not one person has called me out. I called out Fedor. I called out Yoel. I call out Chris Camozzi. I'm calling out all these killers, and not one guy has called me out. And I'm just starting to think maybe it's not even worth it.
Well,
Maybe these guys aren't even worth it to me anymore.
why do you think that they don't want to? Why do you think they won't call you out?
I don't think it's scared, but I think it's just a risky fight. I'm fast. I'm young. I'm not these old men that they're fighting. But
Mhm.
here's what I want. I want to fight. Like this is one thing I don't like. Like I don't like the whole Lorenzo Hunt wins the 85 belt and then he's not defending it. Like he, like if he moves up to 205 and then wins that belt, like I'm gonna start complaining.
Mhm.
Like I'm gonna be like, dude, like this guy's got to make up his mind. He's an 85 or is he a 205?
Mhm.
Like the whole like going back and forth, back and forth. Kind of, no offense to him. Like I met him, he's a nice guy. Like I actually like Lorenzo, but it just kind of annoys
No, I know
me.
that I know that he wanted to fight Mike Perry. That was the
Right.
fight that he wanted, and they didn't make that fight. I know Hunt's manager, and they were the Perry fight was the fight that he really wanted first.
Yeah, I was like
Uh,
Perry's gonna fight him.
yeah, I don't think that'll ever happen personally. But that was the fight. So he would have been defending the 185 strap, and then that didn't happen, and they put in Yoel Romero, and I never thought Yoel Romero wanted to fight Hunt either, personally. Uh,
But
my
I think
comments could get me in trouble. I don't care. I mean, I think there's a massive difference between. I mean, Romero was a great MMA fighter. I think bare knuckles is different for people. People don't
I agree.
A lot of these MMA guys come over and they think they're going to come in and do work. I mean, heck, the boxers find out the hard way as well. I mean, outside of Austin Trout, I have not seen too many pro boxers that have been successful in bare knuckle.
It's
It's
more of
been
an MMA. It's more of
yeah,
an MMA thing, like for the boxers aspect. But
yeah,
you just gotta get like the punch feels like an elbow when you get elbowed.
mhm, yeah,
So you gotta be like comfortable with just being elbowed 100 times in a fight. You know
hmm
what I mean?
yeah,
Uh,
because
I mean, my chin hasn't gotten tested yet. I don't think they kind of hit me a couple times, but I'm hoping Zach can at least land one.
you want him to land one.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
I mean, I've waited 12 weeks for this. I want to get hit,
So you
but I'm not gonna let him. I'm not gonna let him hit me.
so you've been training. It's a 12-week camp.
I did a 12-week camp because I was at 240 because of Rumsey. I got up to 240 for Rumsey. Took me 12 weeks to get to this weight. So
Because you fought him at heavyweight, right?
yeah,
Yeah. Okay,
smoked him.
that's what I thought. Okay, that's what I thought.
Smoked that turkey. Smoked that turkey.
Man, I appreciate you jumping on board, man. I think. Well, talk about what I mean before we go. Talk about what Dave Feldman has meant to your career and these guys at the BKFC. Because I mean, I looked at your MMA record. It was you were 2-4, what have you, and this seems to be the lane that you're really good at. I mean, and the fact that you mentioned you were a wrestler and now you're just dropping bombs on people. I mean, it's
You'll have to
definitely
see some
interesting.
bombs get dropped too on fucking Calmus.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get Calmus to get flatlined, dude. That's what I want. I want to flatline him. I wanna see him stiff as a board and then send him over to Ice Wars. You know what I mean?
so then you do want to do a Lorenzo Hunt right there, because I mean he's done that the last couple of times with
I've
that
never. What he sent
that
people to Ice Wars, or you
well
stiffing them?
no stiffened. I mean the stiffened of his
Yeah,
last fight was with
I've
Dyer.
never got a knockout like that. So
Hmm.
like I've gotten TKOs like Rumsey, dude. Like yeah, I was dropping him and shit, but like yeah, I'm sure if it was an MMA fight, like with those uppercuts I landed on him, and then if he would have dropped it, I probably would have followed up. He probably would have went. But I uh I didn't get the knockout like I wanted to get. Yeah,
Hmm.
I actually didn't really like that fight, to be honest with you. I'm glad I won, but I just didn't like the way it went. I kind of in my mind I wanted it to be back and forth, and then I wanted it to be back and forth, and then we just obliterate them. But I'm not gonna lie, like I do get off on like the domination, nothing like a good old dominating fight, and I think that's what's gonna be the case in this fight as well. And then I think Zach Calmus is gonna get cut, and then he's gonna go to Ice Wars. He's gonna go fight. He's gonna go play on the. He's gonna go play in the hockey rink. You know what I mean? But like like it takes him a while to answer his phone because at the shelter they don't have Wi-Fi, so he's got to walk to the closest McDonald's to get the free Wi-Fi. You know what I mean? So that's how they contact him. Like it's a known thing at this point. You gotta wait, like you gotta DM him, and then you gotta wait like 12 hours because when he wakes up, he's got to go to either the free library or the local McDonald's, and then he's got to get the Wi-Fi connected. Then he gets it connected. And then he sees like bing message from Nate Shook. Like that's how like it goes for Zach Calmus. You know what I mean?
Bro, you're gonna get me in trouble, man. God damn. That's great promo.
You asked me, you wanted me on, dude. You wanted me on. And now you know why I'm the most hated man in combat sports.
That guy hates you, that's for sure.
Dude, I was DMing him the whole entire camp, dude. I was
Are you
DMing him like
serious?
crazy, dude. Yeah.
What are you saying to this guy in DMs?
Just like I would just be like, so when I first heard that they were going to do the fight, I said, hey, when that contract comes your way, I said, make sure you accept it.
Mhm.
And he liked it. Well, at first I called him out on the Mike and Mish show. I called him out because I knew Kamosi wasn't going to fight me. I knew Yoel wasn't going to fight me. Um, I think I'm in Kamosi's head, by the way, but
Mhm.
because he likes a lot of my shit when I comment. But we go back and forth in comments sometimes, me and Kamosi. But I knew the Yoel fight wasn't going to happen. I know Fedor will never happen.
Yeah.
Um, so I called a realistic guy out because I watched his fight in Sturgis and I just was so unimpressed. I was like, yeah, I called my manager and I said, listen, I said, just give me the easiest fight in the entire BKFC. Give me Zach Calmus. So just give me Zach Calmus, dude. And then I went on the Mike and Mish show and I called him out. And then he posted like this guy don't stop talking or this guy's calling everybody out or whatever he said. So then I DM'd him and I said, listen, when that contract comes your way, make sure you accept it, right? And then I was like DMing him like nothing crazy. Like I would just like talk crap in interviews and I would just send it to him. Or like especially the homeless one. Like I sent that to him like 12 times. Um, I don't know. We're just blessing him with this fight. We're cleaning up the community one bum at a time. And I'm doing the streets of Boston a favor. I'm trying to get this guy off the streets, but I think what's going to happen is I'm going to put him on the streets after this fight because I don't think he's ever going to be the same again. He's not going to have a home in the BKFC, that's for sure.
All right, man. Well, your goal is to retire this guy. I mean, I appreciate you coming on board, man. I wish you the
Let me
best.
ask you this: when
Yeah,
you
yeah,
when
yeah.
you watched the press conference and then I called him homeless, like what was your thoughts?
It's hilarious. It's fucking
Yeah,
hilarious. It's hilarious.
yeah,
I love it. I love this shit talking.
right, yeah.
I
But
think
you
I
see how
think
authentic it is. It's not.
yeah. No, there's
It's not forced.
no, that's the key. There are
Right.
fighters who, when they shit talk, they sound horrible, and you can tell that it's contrived bullshit. And there's others where it just flows, and when it flows, it's great. There's a fighter in the UFC who I like a whole lot, but when he talks shit, it sounds like a robot,
Who
and
is it?
I can't say it out loud. I mean,
Right.
he fights at welterweight. Um,
Colby?
I think I love Kobe, but God, dog, I think his trash talking is brutal. Personally,
Yeah,
I
yeah. I
just
don't
think
think he's that great.
I just think it's really, really. I think I enjoy him as a fighter. I love he's kind of an underdog story to me, but I think when he talks
Was it
trash,
him? Was I right?
mhm,
Oh
yeah,
wow. Okay. Do you
yeah,
know Colby?
I don't,
Okay.
but I mean, I enjoy watching the dude fight. I think he's a great fighter, and I mean, I
He is
wish
a
he'd
great
fight.
fighter.
I wish he'd fight and not just talk. Personally,
I actually was a big fan of his until that Leon fight. I unfollowed him.
I mean, that Leon fight was brutal, and I mean the
It's hard to watch. He ran away for 3 rounds.
yeah, like so it's like, and then one thing I'm not good with as a fan is I'm not good with listening to a bunch of flipping excuses. Like if you lose, you lose. Just eat it. You lost. Don't come up with 50 freaking excuses as to what the problem was. I mean, if you were too injured to fight, you shouldn't have fought. If you were, I don't like to hear that ring rust shit. Like if you weren't ready to fight, you just shouldn't have fought. I mean, that's just what it
I
is.
don't
And
believe in it. I don't believe in the ring rust. I think
I
it's
thought
fake.
and I mean, I actually went to his first fight against Kamaru Usman in Vegas. I thought he was winning
What
that
a
fight. I
fight.
mean,
What a fight, dude.
that was a freaking beautiful fight, and to me he was winning when he got clipped. Although he was trailing actually on one card, which I thought was crazy. I thought he was winning. Um, yeah, but some of the trash talk, it just gets a little bit like it's not real. It just seems
Like
like
bringing up his dead dad was kind of like, oh,
that was to Leon Edwards, right? Yeah.
man, that was
That's
like,
that's 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 lowbrow shit. But but the thing is, if you know his story, which you probably do, he was told he was about to get fired because he was boring.
right.
So he completely shifted his personality. This isn't who he is because
Yeah.
you've seen clips of him privately where he's not like that at all. So it's like I get why he does it, but it's not real. Like Conor McGregor, that shit is real.
Mine's real. If you go back
Yeah.
and you watch XCC 21, there's a promo
Mm.
video of me talking shit in
Well, yeah, I mean,
2000
you
in
grew up watching.
2015.
You That's why I asked you about the wrestling question because I want to know about if you grew up doing promos in wrestling because you can see guys that it's natural for and other guys where it's just like, yeah, they're strong. They don't. This is not what they like to do. And a lot of MMA guys, old school ones, they don't talk shit. They
Right.
just go fight. It's like respect and all that stuff. And I think when you
Fuck that.
one of the issues that's happened with in MMA to me is they're kind of forcing guys who are not natural shit talkers to try to talk shit. Let
Right.
them be who they are. Let the guys who talk shit sell the fight. You know, I remember the John Jones Daniel Cormier stuff. That was real as it gets. Those backstage ones. If I could come over, I would choke the shit out of you. I'd kill you where you stand. I mean, I'd spit in your face. Like those guys, they hated each other. Hell,
Right.
I still think they do. you
Yeah.
know, I don't
It's
think Daniel.
the competitive nature of them. I think they respect. I think Daniel likes that John's doing better in life, and I
Yeah,
think John, I think John respects who Daniel is as a person, but I
of
think it's
course.
just the competitiveness.
No, I agreed, and but it felt hella real. Like
I
I've heard
think it
of,
was real too.
the funny thing is I've heard of things being literally told to do before fights, like on weigh-ins. I don't know if you've ever been told to do something in a weigh-in or not,
No.
but I've heard of fighters being told to do certain things in weigh-ins to build some shit up,
Right.
and you can tell,
I
and
was
you
at
can
I was
tell.
at like a I'm not gonna say it, but like the name
Yeah.
of the company or anything, but I was at like a sort of regional promotion not too long ago, and
Mhm.
there was one fighter there, and he goes on the stage, and they just start pushing each other, and they're shoving each other, and he's like, I'm gonna fuck you up, I'll fuck you up, I'm gonna fuck you up. And then he gets off the stage. He was talking to me right before that. Sorry, I should have said that.
Yeah, no.
And then he did all that. And then he gets off the stage. And I said to him, I said, was that real? And he goes, no, not at all. I was like, you guys planned that out. And he was like, no, we just felt it in the moment. And I was like, that's really dumb. Like, I
That's
don't
not
know.
re- that's bullshit.
You'll never see me push somebody at weigh-ins. You'll never see me get up and try to hit somebody at the press conference. You'll never see me do any of that stuff. You're just gonna see me there with a microphone and me talking shit. That
Yeah, because
like
if you get into a fight on the way in, then there won't be a fight, more than likely.
people. The whole point is for people to pay to see you fight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. So that's
that's just taking it away.
yeah. So I mean, I have heard of people that have been told to do certain things to build fights up, and it's not real, and you can tell. So
Right.
the organic stuff, like when you see a guy shove a guy, and it's like, okay, these guys are fighters. Like if you really wanted to punch each other, they'd punch each other in the face, like right now. But they know, like
Yeah,
yeah, this isn't one of those Russian promotions where you see these guys literally knock the shit out of each other in these Russian promotions in those way. Like, what are these
yeah.
guys
They
doing?
they don't play around, dude.
They're not playing games. So
Nah, you got to be careful what you say to them. You know what I mean? But not when it comes to Fedor
I,
Emelianenko.
I would love to hear what you have to say to those guys. But
I already
yeah,
got some death threats from some Russians, dude.
are you serious?
100%, dude.
Sure, we have a big Russian community down here in South Florida, Sunny Isles Beach area. A lot of
Ugh,
Russian
maybe I'll stay
oligarch
home.
money,
Maybe I'll
Russian
stay home.
oligarch money down here. They got some Russian mafia folk in there. I mean, from what I've
Yeah.
heard.
Maybe I'll stay home.
Nah, man, you gotta come
Um,
down. You gotta come down and enjoy Miami, man.
I am gonna, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna. I'm more excited about the food. Like I'm not hungry right now. I'm not gonna be hungry. I'm not gonna be hungry. I'm still eating. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have to cut salt and carbs. But
Yeah.
um, what I'm enjoying is like a pizza. Like that's what I want, bro. Like so, I'll tell you this. I know I'm keeping me and you both on here longer,
No, it's all good.
but there's a pizza shop near me, and he actually is a sponsor of mine. It's
Okay.
called Pizza City, and over on Red Lion Road. And shout out to people that hear this. That's why I said that.
Yeah.
But shout out to Pizza City. I put a 3 week order ahead of order in to Pizza City. So would you like to hear my order? Yeah. So 3 weeks ago I put this order in. So I'm picking it up on Sunday. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the day after the fight. I'm picking this order up. I'm getting a Ryan pie. It's called a Ryan pie. I've never had the Ryan pie, but everybody tells me this thing's amazing. It's a white pizza, so like a white
Uh-huh.
sauce pizza,
Yeah.
but then it has red gravy on top of it, like red marinara or
Okay.
whatever on top of it. So
Yeah.
apparently this pizza is just gonna blow my world, like when I eat this.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm getting a large pizza for the kids. My wife doesn't eat pizza, so she eats like real clean. Opposed to me, where I eat like like dog shit when this fight's over. So I'm getting that. Then I'm getting a stromboli, either a cheesesteak or a pepperoni stromboli. Then I'm getting 24 wings. I'm gonna get 12 hot, 12 garlic parm. Then I'm gonna get a cheesesteak with fried onions and mayo. And then I'm gonna get, I know, bro. Then I'm gonna get a meatball sub, I think, or a sausage parm, because I heard the sausage parm's pretty good. But that's gonna be my whole order, and it's gonna take me about 4 hours to eat. And then I'm gonna get Chinese the next day. And what I get with Chinese, I get General Tso's chicken. I'm gonna get boneless spared ribs, and I'm gonna get pork fried dumplings, and I'm gonna get 4 or 5 egg rolls. Then on Wednesday, I'm going I'm going to a place up in Abington, Pennsylvania, which a buddy of mine owns, called Roman Delight Pizza, and I'm getting the chicken fuck, what's that? Chicken pot no, chicken vaca. It's a chicken parm with vodka sauce.
Alla vodka. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, alla vaca. I'm getting that. I'm gonna get a large pizza for the family. I'll probably get like 2 or 3 appetizers, and I'll probably get a side salad because I like having side salads when I go out to eat. But
Dude, you're gonna come out like weighing like 240 when by Wednesday.
then on Valentine's Day, the next day, dude, we're going, me and my wife. So the next day after Valentine's Day, so February 15th, we're going to Fogo de Chao.
Oh, they have a Fogo up there. Okay, so you're knocking out
Yeah,
a whole lot of steak then. Okay,
yeah.
that's the
And then
that's the healthiest meal
that'll
you'll
be
had
the
all
week.
week.
That whole week, that's my shit week of eating, and then I go back to the regular lifestyle on Monday.
How much weight do you think you'll gain weight eating all that shit that week?
I only really eat twice a day, so I'll probably, like, when I get that pizza order, that's probably all I'm gonna eat that day.
Well, that's
Like,
gonna be that's gonna be the duration of the Super Bowl that day. I mean, if you watch the Super Bowl, I mean that's Super Bowl Sunday.
it's gonna
This
take me
this
like 4
Sunday,
hours.
you'll be eating the entire Super Bowl. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
yeah. So I'll eat all that, then Chinese the next day. But life's gonna be good, dude. Life's gonna be good, Rudy.
man. I wish you the best, brother. Go knock it out the park, man. I can't wait to hear the promo Saturday night. That card is stacked. So after you do what you got to do, you get to watch it. You stick around for the rest of the card.
Yeah, I'll be
Yeah,
for this one. I will. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Because I mean, I know sometimes guys will just like get out of there, but this is one I'm sure this is historic, and um, I wish you the best, man. I thank you for jumping on this week. I mean, I know we've been trying to connect, and that's been my bad. I mean,
no, you're good, dude.
I got like I got like 8 jobs. Like I'm a Jamaican with like 8 different jobs, so it's like I'm always trying to balance.
Jamaican.
I'm
Are you
Cuban.
really Jamaican?
No,
Oh, I
no,
was about to
I'm
say, you're the
I'm Cuban.
whitest Jamaican I ever met.
I'm Cuban actually, but you
All
know,
right, okay.
I got a lot of stuff. I mean, I have a full-time job, and I'm like, this is in between my full-time job right now. Which after we're done, I'll put this up and I'll get back to work. But I do appreciate you jumping on board, man. I wish you the best. Happy weight cut. I know it's a pain in the ass, but go knock it out, man. Ladies and gentlemen, guys, I got Lex Ludlow, the grizzly bear, the most hated man in combat sports. Not really. I mean, we got to make him a t-shirt that says the nicest guy in combat sports. But you can follow him on Instagram at the Grizzly Bear 205. The Grizzly Bear 205 will be linked in the description. But man, God bless, man. Appreciate you, and go
I
have a great
appreciate that.
weekend, man. Thank you, Lex,
Thank you,
man.
man. God
Ladies
bless
and
you, dude. I
gentlemen,
appreciate that.
appreciate everyone jumping on board. This is Combat Corner, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. Come on now.
Up and down through the blood and the sweat. Guarantee you can know I'm a threat. Up and down through the blood and the sweat. And I ain't close to being done yet, I'm going all in. Yeah, I'm going all in. And I ain't close to being done yet, I'm going all in. Yeah. the jump. Ain't no love lost, we just really doing us. Go and take your seat, looking silly getting up. Y'all know what it is, let me tell them what it was. It was 24/7 on